So I made a video yesterday talking about Tyson Fury and the fact that he was changing trainers, going with Javon Sugar Hill or Crunk Jim. And in that video, I referenced, the fact that Tyson Fury, I basically referenced what he had accomplished since he came back from his drug suspension. And a guy in the comment section basically accused me of slandering Tyson Fury's name. Want to know where I got the information from that Tyson Fury was suspended for PED usage or for a failed drug test or however you want to phrase it. And my response to him was to pull up one of the many articles on the subject and copied and pasted a little bit of it in the comment section, which led to me wanting to make this video. What I want to say is, it's okay to support a fighter. It's okay to stand behind a fighter, stand with the fighter, whatever. Stand in support of a fighter, regardless of wins and losses, regardless of what happens in their career. If they quit in a fight, if they get disqualified for throwing a late punch, if they fail a drug test and get stripped of wins or get stripped of a title, if they get suspended, come back, whatever the case may be, that's okay to stand in support of a fighter. I stood in support of fighters who got knocked out cold in the ring, and they were still my guy when they came back. They were my guy when they were out, waiting for their next fight. I stood in support of fighters who actually quit because a fight wasn't going their way and they, in my opinion, didn't want to get knocked out or just didn't want to gut out the fight and decided to stay on the stool. I stood in support. I didn't stand in support of that performance or that behavior, but I supported the fighter, and when he came back, I supported him in his quest to overcome that situation and prove his mettle. Okay? I stood in support of fighters who have been suspended for PED usage, but came back to the sport professing themselves as a clean fighter and wanted a new chance to turn over a new leaf and continue their career. I stood in support of fighters who got disqualified for hitting a fighter late and lost a fight and came back to redeem themselves. I've stood in support of fighters who went to jail for domestic abuse, domestic violence, whatever you want to call it, and then came back to the sport to continue their career and to live a better life, be a better example. So we as boxing fans have the right to support fighters for whatever, who have done whatever in the ring or outside of the ring if we choose to. But we don't have the right to erase what they've done and act as if it didn't happen. We don't have the right to accuse someone of slandering someone's name because we don't like the fact that they're shedding light on the situation or circumstance that the fighter actually took part in. So my whole point is, just because Tyson Fury's fans want to act as if he wasn't suspended for PED usage or failing a PED test or whatever the case may be, don't come for me because I'm talking about it. Because all I'm doing is speaking on what's already out there. So making me not talk about it, if you could, doesn't erase that it happened. It doesn't erase all the news articles that are out there on the internet and in print that actually say what happened and what took place. You want to believe Tyson Fury's story, that he took a break because of mental health and things of that nature, then that's fine for you to believe that. If you don't want to see him in that light as a drug cheat that got caught and got suspended, then that's fine. But don't come at people who don't see it your way. Because the reality is, I'm only talking about what was already reported, what's already happened. Stand in support of the boxers you want to support for whatever reasons that you wish to support them. I'm going to stand in support of the boxers I want to support, and I'm going to stand in support of them for the reason that I want to support them. And Tyson Fury actually is one of those boxers that I support. I want to see Tyson Fury do well with his career. It's just that when it comes to fighting the fighter that he's fighting next, I'm supporting that fighter more. I want to see that fighter win. But at the end of the day, if Deontay Wilder isn't the best man on Fight Night versus Fury, then I don't want him to win. I want the best fighter in the ring to win that fight. I don't want there to be a situation where one guy actually is the better fighter on that night, but for some reason, he doesn't get his hand raised and the other guy. And I'm that way every fight I watch. I don't ever want to see a guy go out there and work his way to a win and not get the win. And I know there are those that think that Tyson Fury should have got a win in that first fight. I felt like the judgment of a draw was a righteous call. I felt like Fury could have been waved off and under KO. I felt like Wilder could have won the fight by 2 rounds or whatever the case may be. Well, by a round. I think I had Wilder by a round plus the knockdowns is what I had it. But I could also see Tyson Fury winning the fight. So in that regard, I was okay with the draw. But even if I wasn't okay, that's the official ruling. You can't go back and change it. And it's these same fans that want to act like Tyson Fury wasn't suspended for PEDs or for failed tests or adverse finding, however you want to phrase it, are the same fans who today act as if Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder, and if they could help it, the record would reflect so. But you can't go back and rewrite history. You can't change what's happened. It is what it is. All you can do is go forward, hope for the best moving forward. So if you guys want to see Tyson Fury do well, keep supporting him. Keep bigging him up, but don't try to tear others down because you don't agree with what they're saying about him. That's all I got to say on the topic. This is D-Lo404 Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to Marlo's Corner, Trey X, and the whole Block fam. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.